to the creator. Here's the story that's really creating the buzz. The big money celebrity real estate family member Robert Durst arrested, charged in connection to one of the 3 killings in his background. He's caught on tape saying he killed them all. HBO picked up this so-called confession because Durst's microphone was still live when he went to the bathroom. Listen again.
What the hell did I do? Kill them all. Of course.
You could hear it. It was kind of mumbled, but you could hear it. So here is Judge Andrew Napolitano. Can you convict based on that confession in the bathroom?
I'm chuckling because I've tried many cases with so-called confessions, never one quite like this. That's garbling. First of all, under the law, this is not a confession. A confession can only be given to the government. It can only be given after warnings and after an assertion in writing or on tape where I know and I realize that I'm giving up my right to a trial and I'm saying this. So the government's not even going to argue it's a confession. The government will argue it's a spontaneous admission. And that's where the issue of did he have an expectation of privacy comes in. Did he think in his own obviously demented mind he was just in the bathroom? Did he forget that he was, like you and I are now, wired with live microphones? Even we who wear these things all the time at times forget that they're live. We all know that. So these are questions the court would have to ask and have to have answered. Then there's the issue of his mental stability. He's obviously a madman of some sort. The question is, does he know right from wrong? Sure. Did he know right from wrong at the time he made this statement? Not, I killed them, but killed them all.
It seems to me the prosecutors seized on this spontaneous admission, is that what you call it? They seized on it because he was about to get on a flight that would take him to Cuba. And if he got to Cuba, odds are he's not coming back.
You know, the prosecutors have a little bit of explaining to do because this tape was made 2 years ago.
But only just discovered. The relevance of the tape was only just discovered, I believe.
Isn't it interesting that the FBI was there at his hotel room at the time this show aired? Therefore, they knew about it before the show aired.
Yes.
When did they know about it? And if they really think this guy is a dangerous murderer on the loose, why did they wait till the program came on before they arrested him?
Well, come on, Judge. Let's not throw the blame onto the prosecutors or the police.
Well, I'm suggesting that law enforcement's glee over this will be short-lived. I understand their frustration. He is probably a serial killer. He probably committed these other murders. But one of them he hasn't been charged with. This one he hasn't been charged with. The one that he was charged with, he was on the witness stand for 4 days, gave an absolutely absurd, meaningless defense. I killed this guy in self-defense, and then I panicked, and so I cut him up into little pieces, and I wrapped each piece in 3 pieces of plastic, and I threw it into Galveston Bay. And he was found not guilty.
Well, that raises another question, doesn't it?
Right.
If you're really, really rich and you can hire an army of lawyers, and I believe he did, you can get off.
Well, he can't be tried again.
No, he can't.
For the one for which he was acquitted. He could be tried for perjury. However, they usually don't do that if they've got you convicted of murder. Prediction? This is not going to move the ball in a positive direction towards the prosecution of Robert Durst.
But he's in prison.
Yes,
he's not coming out.
He is in prison. I'm not so sure he's not coming out. The delay argument that I gave you is a substantial argument for giving him bail because the government knew for a long time about this garbled statement and chose not to arrest him. Therefore, they cannot argue he's a danger. If he's a danger today, he was a danger the day before they arrested him.
Real fast, in your experience as a judge, do people who've done something wrong, maybe many, many years ago, just want to get it off their chests?
Yes.
Die either in peace or in forgiveness or whatever it is.
I know that sometimes is the stuff of which novels were made, but it's based on reality. Yes.
All right, Judge, we're sorry to give you crime and punishment as opposed to
it's fun once
pure naked politics.
It reminds me of my prior life.
All right, thanks so much, Judge.
When creeps like this were 2 feet away from me in the courtroom, as close to me as you and I are now.
Well, don't back off like that.
No, not from you, but from this type of individual.
I'm your poor foreigner friend. No? Oh, all right.